So I combined my 1 minute signal counter chart with my cumulative delta chart. This is the price action from this morning, from the New York Open up till just a little after 10:30. The candles are being painted by the MMT Ultimate Heikin-Ashi using the Heikin-Ashi trend feature. I've got one instance of the Ultimate Delta doing per bar delta, and then another instance that is doing cumulative delta. And for the cumulative delta, I've got the delta waves for the cumulative delta, painting these triangles, so I can keep track when delta is steadily decreasing or increasing. I've also got the cumulative delta divergence checked on from the ultimate delta. You can see we had a bunch of divergence to the downside in pre-market 5 minutes before the New York Open. Then we had this big move down. We got some more cumulative delta divergence at 10:09. Heikin-Ashi was still red, but when the delta started picking up, we got a green delta wave. We got a 5 signal. We get a nice little retracement there. Here I'm looking at these delta waves, but looking at the price action on these candles with the big bottom wicks. And we also have some signal counter signals. That was looking ripe for a reversal. We had the Heikin-Ashi turn green, had some delta waves coming in to the upside, got a nice close above the 20 SMA. And we popped back up to this previous day VWAP close, rejected a little bit, hit the pivot point, started having some delta waves coming in to the downside. Signal counter fired off. We got a retracement almost back to the 20 SMA there. Got some nice signal counter signals in pre-market as well. We got a couple of signal counter signals on these candles. Heikin-Ashi was still red. Down here we get an 8 signal, and then we get some delta waves finally coming in to the upside. We had nothing but bearish delta waves all morning long till right here on this candle, and we had the Heikin-Ashi turn green, and we break above this last little cluster of key levels. Great area to look to retest the 20 SMA, which we did. Popped up over 20 points from there. Then we get a nice 5 signal to the downside, very strong full-bodied candle to the downside, some strong delta coming in. Start getting delta waves to the downside. 20 SMA holds, get another big chunk of delta here right as we're breaking below these key levels, the pivot point, yesterday's point of control, and this previous day VWAP close. Nice short opportunity there. We popped down 40 points in a few minutes. Here's the indicator setup. I've got the ultimate VWAP on the chart, got the session VWAP, I've got the previous session's VWAP loaded with a 3-day look back period. I've got one instance of the ultimate delta, and this is in per bar mode, not cumulative. I'm not using any of the features on this besides the histogram. Got the key levels on the chart, 20 SMA, 250 SMA. I've got the ultimate Heikin-Ashi. I'm only using the trend feature to paint the bars in the outline. Got this running on each tick. And then I've got the price action. I've got the stochastic filter on for all of the signals. I've got all of the signals on with a hefty offset, so they're off screen. These are signals that are just being counted by the signal counter. Then I've got 5 instances of the trend and reversal, and this is just measuring reversals. Look back period of 3, overbought, oversold of 60 and 40, and divergences. Look back period of 1, overbought, oversold of 60 and 40. And once again, I've got the big offsets, so the signals are off the chart. I've got one with the default input series. I've got one with the Williams as an input series, one for the RSI, one for the stochastics, and one for the MACD. Then I've got the MMT XXX on here. I've got the MA wave signals, and I've got the MA cross signals. I've also got the clenched signals, all with the big offset. Then I've got my signal counter on here, counting all of those signals. And lastly, I have one more instance of the ultimate delta. This one is in cumulative mode. I've got all the levels clicked on, applied to the histogram. Got the delta waves checked on, and I've got cumulative delta divergence with a look back period of 2. So those are all the settings, and those are the things that I'm looking for when I'm taking these trades every day. I've been skipping the morning session the past 2 mornings. Just been doing a little trading starting around 10:30 or so. Can show you some highlights from the live trade recordings so you can see some of these things in action. It's 11 o'clock. I skipped the morning session today Signed in a little bit after 10:30. Took a couple of short trades. We've been red on the 5-minute. The cumulative delta trend core has been red for quite some time on the 5-minute. Just been inching down here. I've got cumulative delta data for the NQ right here, and then for the ES right below on the 5-minute chart. I've got the 1-minute chart from yesterday's video. The cumulative delta trend core has been red since 9:48 a.m. Had a nice break below the 20 SMA back here. Pulled down to the VWAP. Got a lot of hold up at these key levels. The midnight level, the London Open, and yesterday's point of control. Bounced up right off of yesterday's point of control here. These are great key levels to have on your chart. They're all part of the MMT key levels indicator. Got into another short. We pulled up towards VWAP. We had some strong delta coming in on this 1-minute candle, but we did not break any higher than the high of this candle. Looked more like exhaustion to me. We've been drifting lower for a while. It's a really big wick on this 60-minute candle. I felt like we would pull back at least to the 20 SMA, which we did. We just bounced off of these London Open midnight levels again. It's going to be a short day for me. Got a bunch of other things to do today. If you're looking to set up a chart with delta for your primary instrument, and then also delta for a secondary instrument, you go into your data series. See, here is the main primary instrument, NQ 5-minute chart. Then all you do is go in and select another instrument if you want to add. Click on it. So here I've got the NQ data series loaded, and I've got a 5-minute ES data series loaded. So then if I go into the indicators, I've got one instance of the ultimate delta here. Got the input series as the NQ. Then I've got a second instance of the ultimate delta, and I've just gone and changed the input series to the ES. Edit input, then I just chose the ES. So now I have cumulative delta for the NQ, and then the ES right below it. So I can look to see if things are in confluence or if there's any major differences. It can be helpful at times. It's 12 o'clock on Thursday. I skipped the morning session again. Started trading around 10:30. Got the same setup as yesterday. Thinking I might try to merge these two 1-minute charts. I do like having both the per bar delta and the cumulative delta. We just got a massive sell-off the past few minutes. Once we broke below the S1 pivot and this previous day VWAP close, I got into a short looking to test yesterday's low, and that's where we're getting some hold up now. Getting a nice bounce off of the yesterday's low level and whole number at 300.
Hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. There are links to all of the MMT indicators in the description. And anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is absolutely amazing. Greatly appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Best of luck in your trading. Have a great day.